I'm Emily and I'm a student at John Moores University. I'm doing my CPD Certificate in HRM. I wanted to do my certificate at a credible university. I know there's colleges in the area, but I did want to do it in a university, and I'd had good feedback from previous students. I've got a few people in my work who've completed the course, and I'd had good feedback. I also want to do the Masters as well, and I know John Moores offer that, so it just felt, you know, the right thing to do to start my studies here and finish them here as well. The fact it's part-time is great anyway, but initially I think when you've been working full-time and you take on another commitment, obviously there's a little bit of adjustment, but the fact that I do it Tuesday afternoon, so it's from 2 o'clock till 6:30, so it eats into a bit of my work time and some of my personal time as well. But I think that balance is just right. It doesn't impact work too much, because I say it's only one afternoon a week, and then the rest of it, obviously you're meant to study a couple of hours a week anyway in your own time, but you can just fit that in, you know, accordingly, you know, the weekend whenever you're free. So it's great that way. It doesn't impact too much on anything, I don't think, providing you manage your time properly, and there's always an adjustment, but I think once you got it sorted, you're fine. The staff are great. I mean, they're so knowledgeable as well, and experience. So, you know, when we're talking about things, it's not just the theory, it's like we're applying it to something, or examples are given from their past experience, which I think is helpful. It helps, you know, it sink in. But aside from just being knowledgeable and experienced, they're really approachable, and I do think that helps, because if you've got a query or you feel like it's a daft question, you can ask them in class, there's no problem, but also they're available by email, phone calls and things, and I think that's really important, because sometimes there can be something, you know, niggling away at you, thinking, oh, that doesn't make sense, or we don't do that in my work, and they're just so approachable. And I think aside from being experienced, I think that's really important. Well, I did it because obviously I want to progress in my career, and I think, you know, the CIPD is a recognised qualification. Lots of job, you know, employers and things are looking for that, so that was my main decision. Obviously just professional development as well, and personal, you challenges yourself, allows you to bring new things into your business as well. There's been a variety. We started off with like human resource strategy, which was quite interesting, because it gave you an insight into some of the things that you don't necessarily deal with day to day, but it gave you an appreciation of why things are the way they are in your place of work. Performance management, disciplinaries, grievances, pretty much everything you can think of. But it's been really good, because you get other people's experiences as well, because there might be areas that you don't necessarily deal with in work, but you get insight into, you know, different things, which is really interesting. We covered L&D, which is a big part of my job. It's a new objective I've got, when we had a guest speaker come in to, you know, that was her area of expertise, and it was great because it's allowed me to go back with new ideas that I can apply to the business. I think it's been really, really helpful. I think it's allowed, in that, you know, I've only been doing it since September, but in that time it's allowed me to bring so many new ideas to work, and just changes your way of thinking slightly as well. So rather than just doing the things you do, you think of why, like you were saying about the strategy of HRM, you start thinking, well, why was this put in place in the first place? Could we do this differently? So I definitely recommend it. It's been really helpful and beneficial for me. I tend to use the e-book facilities and the journals and things. I just find that easier, because obviously if I've done a day in work, the chances of me coming in are quite slim. But I think the e-books and the e-side of the library, I think, has been really helpful. Without that, I can't imagine what I'd have done.